Welcome to the Detail Hub. When you think of a modern sidearm that has redefined an entire industry, one name tends to drown out the rest: Glock. Specifically, the Glock 19. It is often called the Goldilocks of the gun world, not too big for concealment, not too small for duty, but just right for almost everything. Today, we're diving into the engineering, the legacy, and the current 2026 market value of this 9mm icon. The birth of a benchmark. The story of the Glock 19 begins in the mid-1980s. After the massive success of the full-sized Glock 17, the Austrian military and various law enforcement agencies realized there was a need for a more compact version. In 1988, Gaston Glock introduced the G19. By shortening the barrel and the grip of the original design, he created a pistol that was far more comfortable for everyday carry while still maintaining a substantial 15-round magazine capacity. What truly set the Glock 19 apart wasn't just its size, but its safe action system. Eschewing the traditional manual thumb safety, Glock integrated three independent, automatic safety features: the trigger safety, the firing pin safety, and the drop safety. This ensured the firearm would only fire if the trigger was deliberately pulled, making it incredibly reliable under the high-stress conditions of self-defense. Evolution through the generations. Over the decades, the Glock 19 has evolved through 5 distinct generations, each bringing incremental improvements to the platform. Gen 3. This is arguably the most prolific version. It introduced the accessory rail for lights and lasers, thumb rests, and those iconic finger grooves that became a point of debate for years. Gen 4. This update brought the modular backstrap system, allowing shooters to customize the grip size to their hand. It also introduced a dual recoil spring assembly to help manage muzzle flip and extend the life of the firearm. Gen 5. Released in late 2017, the Gen 5 went back to basics in some ways while pushing forward in others. The finger grooves were removed for a more universal grip, and the barrel was upgraded to the Glock Marksman barrel, with improved rifling for better accuracy. It also featured the NDLC finish, a tougher, more corrosion-resistant coating for the slide. Technical specifications. The Glock 19 is chambered in 9x19mm parabellum, a round that offers a perfect balance of stopping power and manageable recoil. Here is a quick look at the vital stats of the modern Gen 5 model. The 2026 market, pricing and value. As we move through 2026, the market for the Glock 19 remains stable but competitive. Because it is essentially the Honda Civic of the firearm world, the aftermarket support is unmatched. You can change every single part, from the trigger and sights to the slide and barrel, with ease. Currently, a brand new Glock 19 Gen 5 typically retails for between $520 and $600 at major American retailers like Bass Pro Shops or Cabela's. If you are looking for the MOS Modular Optic System version, which comes pre-cut for red dot sights, expect to pay a premium, usually landing between $620 and $700. The used market is where the G19's legendary resale value shines. A well-maintained Gen 3 or Gen 4 model often sells for around $400 to $450. Even with the high volume of these pistols in circulation, their reputation for longevity keeps the prices from bottoming out. However, if you are looking for a deal, keep an eye on police trade-ins. Agencies frequently cycle through their inventory, and you can sometimes find Gen 4 models for as low as $350, though they may show significant holster wear.